Howdy, this is Cliff Hannes, and I'm coming to you from Central Texas once again. And I want to visit with you a little bit about the insect population and particularly fly control during this time of the year. And when you're a regenerative rancher, you don't want to necessarily use any of these other inputs, but sometimes for animal performance and for animal comfort, it's something that you definitely need to consider and then go one step further and think about what your options are. In central Missouri, where Greg Judy farms, he has a lot of birds that eat flies, which is a real blessing. But the other thing he does is he's got South Pole cattle, and they have slick, oily hides, and that certainly repels the flies to some degree. My long-term plan is to make a gradual transition to South Pole cattle. I have 2 South Pole bulls, and I have noticed that they definitely have, to some degree, less of a fly problem. But we have had a ton of rain this summer, which is very unusual for this time of year, and we have an inordinate amount of flies. So I'm going to show you today what I've decided to do for the short term to try to help the cattle with this severe fly problem. So my little rig that I've rigged up is I've got a cargo carry on the front of my Kubota that I carry my sprayer on so that I don't have to take away my cargo space in the back of the dump bed. So this is a 15-gallon sprayer. It'll be enough to do these 60 or 70 head of cows and calves and bulls, and I administer this till they're wet and it's dripping off of them, particularly the head and the shoulders and then under the belly. And it's a very nice system that's easy for me to use. We've just finished spraying, and you can see the huge difference it makes in these cattle almost right away. The fly population is attenuated, and over the course of the next couple hours, these cows won't have any flies on them, and they'll be back to grazing, and their performance will improve on grass. So these are hard decisions to make as far as whether or not to use insecticide. I used a product called Co-Ral, and it's a veterinary-only item, but it works well and it helps the cattle perform well and get back to eating grass without trying to get in the brush during the day, and they're just frantic trying to get the flies gone. So that's a decision we made, and I would welcome comments from those of you that have other experiences, have other options that we should consider.